Every time I blink, they be on the news, man, this shit ain't what they think. Looking out my window, see my past. Mama look me in my eyes, she see my dad. Groupies looking at my wrist, she see the flag. Road to riches, they won't never see me crash. Got my name up out the mud and they ain't help me. Now these bitches wanna do it for a selfie. And I thought he was my dog, but he was selfish. Now I gotta keep the hammer, they won't nail me. Money busting out my pockets, they can see it. What's going on, y'all? Season 2. Bang, bang. What's up, y'all? Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Shout out to the whole Philadelphia, y'all. We rocking. We back. What's going on? Bitches wanna fuck me cause they know I got that check now. I went in today, so don't be telling me I'm next now. Don't be telling me I'm next. Let's get it, bang. I ain't never going back. I ain't looking to the past. Looking out my window, see my past. Let's go, y'all. Let everybody get in here before we start the show. Before I pull him in, I gotta play his new joint before I bring him in. Now these bitches wanna do it for a selfie. And I thought he was my dog, but he was selfish. Now I gotta keep the hammer, they won't nail me. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. We here, man. We here. We back. We back. Philly First 48, Season 2, man. What's going on, Philadelphia, man? We gonna start this thing all right, man. I want to say shout out to the whole Philly, man. Shout out to the whole Philadelphia, man. Shout out to the whole tri-state. Shout out to the whole world. Shout out to everybody that definitely support me. Shout out to everybody that support the Philly First 48, y'all. We back. We back, Season 2, with a special guest, Bang Bang. This guy has been doing this thing for some time. I'm going to let him tell the story. I'm not going to really tell the story. I'm going to say a couple things before I bring him in. I need everybody to at least five people in here and shit before we start the show. I got a hell of a week in store for y'all. We got a hell of a week in store. I have Mama Singo. Wednesday, I have Diamond Street King. Tomorrow, y'all, just tune in, man. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Any donation, if you want to support the movement, the Cash App right here, y'all. Let's do this thing right. Let's bring Bang in. He about to tell his story. He about to carry it the way that he supposed to carry it and shit like that, man. If y'all fucking with me, like I said, man, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let's really support each other and shit like that. Let's get Bang in here, man. Let's get Bang in here, y'all. Let's get it. Let's start off the right way, man. Hold up. Wait, I can't start without my shout-outs. Hold up. I need to know what part of the city y'all repping. Is North Philly in the building? Is West Philly in the building? What's up? Where y'all from, man? Kensington Beach in the building. Uptown, where y'all at, man? Southwest Philly, where y'all at? South Philly, where y'all at? Where's y'all at, man? Uptown should be in the building for Bang. I know Haines Street in the building. What's going on, man? So let's carry it the right way and let's bring Bang in. Let's start the show. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Pittsburgh, salute. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Pittsburgh, man. Let's bring Bang in, y'all. Let's bring him in, man. Atlanta in the building, man. Shout out to Atlanta. Shout out to Chester, man. Let's get it, y'all, man. North Philly, baby. All right, let's get Bang in here so we can start the show and start the proper way, man. What's going on? Let's get Bang Bang. 2016. Yo, Boston building. All right, let's bring Bang in. Here we go. Oh man, what's going on, bro? Baby? Finally got you on the Philly First 48. What's going on, Bang? How you feeling, man?
I'm chilling, man. Y'all can hear me cool? Everything straight?
Oh yeah, everything's straight, man. What's going on? How you feeling, man? Another day, another dollar, man. It's blessed to be here, man. Blessed to see you doing your thing. You about to tap into your world, man.
For sure. I'm blessed to be here, man. Appreciate you having me up here.
For sure, man. Before we start off, man, you got a few bangers and shit. I was just playing the joint Windows. You just dropped that and shit like that. Definitely a banger and shit. Let the people know what was your creative process with that? What made you go that route, man? That's like that's like a drill joint. Like that joint stirring. That joint stirring.
Yeah,
I like that joint.
It's all some drill shit, but it's like a message. It's like I'm really like telling myself, but I'm also like letting people see like like you watching my transition, like you feel me? Like it's
Right.
some drill shit, but at the same time you watching a nigga go from the corner to the world, like you feel me? Like I'm just looking out the window, like looking at all the shit I've been through, all the shit I accomplished, all the shit I looked to accomplish. Like this shit real, like this shit
For
coming
sure.
to fruition. So it's like it's one of them type Jones where it's like it's deep. It's like you feel me? It's some turn up shit, but it got a deep meaning behind it too.
For sure. And we gonna get into it, man. Like I said, we know each other personally and shit like that, but we got an audience. Some people don't know Bang and shit. We got the whole world that's tuned in and shit. So we gonna tap into your story all the way from the beginning and shit like that. You ready? All right, let's get to it. Let's get right to it. Let's start from the beginning, Bang and shit. I mean, I want to start from the beginning, nigga. I want to let the people know your background and shit. Where you from? How you was brought up? You know what I mean? Your childhood, everything. Let's start from right there and shit. Where you from and shit? Let the people know.
I'm from Haines. For the people that don't know, I'm from Haines Street, like Germantown section, Uptown. Feel me? It's all the same shit, but I'm from Haines Street. My fault.
Real shit, man. Go
Okay,
ahead,
my
you
fault.
good?
Somebody called me. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
you
from
good,
Haines
Bang.
Street and shit. Yeah, I'm from
For
Haines
sure.
Street. Grew up. My pop died when I was 10 and shit. But I had like a step pop that was around for like my whole life. So you know what I'm saying I had my step pop, my mom, my older sister, my older brother. You know what I'm saying? That's all that ever really was. I got a big family and like my whole family is from Germantown. So like I got a lot of cousins, a lot of uncles, shit that I see on a regular.
Okay.
But like, as far as like my household, it just was me, my mom, my sister, my brother.
Okay. What's some of your influences and shit like that? Your biggest influence and
Uh,
shit.
my biggest influence, a lot of people be laughing at me, but my biggest influence to rap is Jim Jones. Like
Mmm.
that's my favorite rapper. Like over everybody. Like
Balling.
no
Yeah,
real
hustle
rap.
with that. Real
That's
shit.
really like you feel me. Like that's the nigga that made me want to rap. Like cause I watched him like really come from behind the scenes of being entourage nigga and really turn up and run their check up and really make hits.
Real shit, man. So, you definitely said Hang Street, man, and that's why I got introduced from you from being in playing the back and shit before you even started rapping and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Your best friend, Quilly, you was rocking out with Quilly, you was pushing him hard and shit like that. I'm gonna say that you was the muscle and shit like that. Back then we start from the beginning and shit, but before like I want to deal with your childhood. So you know what I mean? How did you y'all met? Y'all from the same block, right? And
We grew up 5 houses from each other.
okay,
Like
okay.
so, like this my house on this corner. Cooley house is at that directly the next corner. Like he at the end of the block. I'm at the top of the block. Like, but our moms was best friends and shit. Like our moms used to do they dirt and run the street together. You feel me?
Mm.
His little brother is my mom's godson and shit. So
Oh
like we
shit. Okay.
real like family oriented. Like it ain't just like rap and shit or like we from the neighborhood. Like our families is really like. You feel me? Like my older brother gave him his shot. You feel me?
Oh shit. Damn. So y'all connected and shit like that. And we gonna get into it. So all right. So you weren't rapping at the time and shit like that. You know what I
No,
mean? You were
I never rap.
okay, okay. So what I mean, I know you caught a case and shit, but before that, I mean, let's talk about your childhood. All right, so like you was in the streets, was you dug in and shit like that? Let the people know. Was you know what I mean?
Yeah, like I mean, I was basically I was born into this shit. Like I'm the only male in my family. Like in the last I'm gonna say 4 generations, they ain't never knock on wood did like no state or no federal penitentiary time. Like you feel me? Like
Mm,
my younger cousins, like after me, you feel me? They got clean slates, but like everybody before me, I'm the only
mm,
one that never did like no state or no fed time. Like so, like my mom, my pop, all my
yeah.
brothers, all my uncles, cousins, all them niggas did jail time.
Mm, mm. So damn. So well, we know you caught a case and shit. You actually caught a case with Quill and shit. Like he
Yeah.
if you can speak on that, speak on that and shit. Cause I know what I mean. I know you definitely caught the case, and that's
Uh,
and that's how
No,
you.
basically, like we was just on, like how it was. It was just a regular day on the block. You feel me?
Mhm.
Cops, blitz. They find 3 guns, some drugs. You feel me? Me,
Mhm.
him, another individual from my block, and my man baby mom at the time. We all got booked for that shit. You feel me? We went to trial for the case, whatever.
Right.
And I ended up taking a deal, so like basically on some like Bobby Smurder, Roddy Rebel type shit. Like he could have got a whole lot of time. You feel me? I took a little bit of time so he could get a little bit of time. And we just kept it pushing.
That's thrill. That's thrill and shit like that,
I ended up getting like a year worth of house arrest and like a bunch of probation.
So during the time you was on house arrest and shit like that, that's when you decided to play with the rap shit or be a rapper and shit like that. Speak on that. Speak on that. Give it to the people and shit like that.
It was actually two reasons though. It was actually because like it was like I had some street shit going on, and then like the nigga who I had some street shit going on, he started rapping first. You feel me? So he was doing, you know, dissing and shit like that, and then I got on house arrest, so I didn't have no other ways to get at the nigga. So I wrote a rap. You feel me?
Right.
And I kept telling niggas like, yo, when I come outside, I'm going to the studio. Niggas thought I was playing, and I went. And that shit took me like, I booked like 3 hours. It took me like 3 hours to do like a 16. And I was like, yo, I like this shit. So you know how it is. Like I'm sending the songs out to motherfuckers. Niggas like, yo, like this shit actually alright. Like if you stick with it, you might can be alright with this shit. You feel me? So I just took this shit serious ever since then. And then, like, I dropped the song. That shit had got like 1,000 plays, 2,000 plays the first night on SoundCloud. So, you know, back in like 2013, that was like big. You feel me?
Yeah, for
so
sure.
I just kind of like stuck with this shit. Drop songs. And anybody that know me know, like, once I get into something, like, I gotta be all the way in on it. You feel me? So I just stuck with that shit, and I just locked in, and just learned as I went along. And like the business shit outside of the music shit, what the production mean, what mixing mean, like just basically just honing in on my craft and really just learning that shit, like not just playing games with that shit.
That's dope, man. That's dope. Like I said, man, I know you from playing the behind the scenes part. So when I saw you pop up and shit, and I'm like, oh, this shit all right, man, all right and shit. I was talking to H, but you know, then you start to get heavy features. You start to really lock in, really take it serious and shit like that. I saw you, you know what I mean? You had your first joint. You got a feature with Gilly. It was you, Quill, and shit like that. And it was a hot song too. Speak on the song, and it was called it was called So Wavy and shit. Yeah, So Wavy. Speak on that.
So like once I started rapping, I became a studio rec. Like you feel me? Like anybody like so. Like when I started rapping, I already knew like what was the proper studio, like what was the quality studios, who was the proper camera niggas. So like I used to go to Backhead with Quill all the time. So once I started rapping, that's where I went. You feel me? And I used to lock in every day, every other day. I used to be in there. And Gil used to. Everybody that know Gil know that's where he used to always record at. You feel me? So he used to come in there, and he'd be coming in, I'd be leaving out. He'd be leaving out, I'd be coming in. You feel me? So one day I had a beat playing, and I was stuck, and he was like, and he just came up with the hook, and he was like, honey, you can have that. You feel me? He gave it to me. So I went in there, I struggled with the hook. Even he wrote the hook and everything for me. I couldn't get it like how he got it. Like, you feel me? He was like, I got you, youngin'. And he went in there and he laid that shit and blessed me for free. Like, you feel me? No bread, no nothing. Like on some real OG shit. Like he just see me working and fucked with me. And it was just the right time. Like, you feel me? He blessed me with that joint. So when he said like the hook, and it was like he said the hand street shit, I'm like, man, it was like, you feel me? It went hand in hand. It was like it's only right I get dude on there. Like, you feel me? It will only make sense. You feel me? And it could kind of like unify the neighborhood because you know niggas be having their little shit going on. So it was like maybe we could try do some positive shit. You feel me?
That's dope, man. That's dope, man. Speak on the feeling and shit like that. You know what I mean? I see, and you know what I mean. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about the us. We're gonna talk about the downs. But let's talk. So Wavy, that you know, it got 149 views on it now and shit. That's a lot of views and shit like that. But speak on speak on the feeling when y'all, you had got Quill on it and shit like that, and it was a joint. It still is and shit like that. But you got took off your own song and shit. But speak on before we even get there. Speak on the feeling when you had got Quill on it and you know what I mean, you was banging it in your whole neighborhood. You know what I mean? You like, oh, I got. Speak on that. Speak on the feeling and shit like that.
It was feeling like all right, this what I got in this shit for, like for this feeling, like how it made me feel, like you feel me, like you do some shit with a nigga you grow up with, you know it's good, you know it could potentially be big, so it's like you feel good about this shit. Like when we shot the video, the whole neighborhood came out, wasn't no bullshit. I had BL pull up, Garcia pulled up, like. It was just like it was just one of them songs where you knew like, all right, it was gonna be powerful, like it was gonna be bigger than just a song. You feel me? So
Right.
it was like, damn, this the beginning part. Like we about to
Wow.
we about to turn this shit up and have this shit turned up in the hood. Like
Yeah, man. That's dope, man. That's dope. That's dope. So, you know what I mean? You had a conversation with Quill, like, yo, let's deliver it to Cosmic Cav and shit, make it make the song even bigger and shit like that. But you know what I mean? Speak on you being took off your own song and shit like that. And that's really start the friction with you and Quill. Was that that really started the friction and shit like that?
yeah, no, it was on some shit like it wasn't really necessarily about taking the song to Kev because the shit was just like it was doing good in the streets. You feel me? It was just a simple
Right.
fact that like he hit me up and was like, I think the Henry Hustler 5 was dropping at that time. And he was
Yeah.
like, yo, I'm gonna put the song on my mixtape, blase, blase, and be good publicity. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Me being me, I'm looking at it like you the bigger artist, so go ahead. That's
Yep.
publicity for me. You feel me?
Right.
But when the shit came out, it was only his verse on there, Gil on the hook, and then that was it. But if you know
Mm.
anything about the history, he didn't have no songs with Gil at that time. That was the only
Right.
song him and Gil ever was on together.
Okay.
So
Okay. Okay.
and I was a nobody, so nobody knew that he took the song from me, you feel me?
Right.
Like certain people knew that was familiar with me from the beginning, but like on a larger scale, niggas just looking like Quill and Gil on some shit, and Gil
Yeah.
screaming out Hain Street, you feel me?
Right.
So it was on some shit like we kind of like fell out about it,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it was
Yeah.
some shit that like we had worked it out
Okay.
like
Yeah.
as time went on, and you feel me. But
Right.
at the time, I was sick because I was feeling like you know when you first start and you get a good song or a hot song that people like you
Mm-hmm.
be feeling like that's it. You feel me? So for somebody to try
Yeah.
to take it from you, it's kind of like you get on some like you want to handle shit the way you know when you can't go about it that way.
Right, man. And you like you were saying in the beginning and shit, like that's a childhood friend. Y'all moms knew each other, moms and shit like that. And yeah, I mean y'all grew up together. That's a tough situation and shit like that. But you had your first joint and shit. But at the end of the day, you didn't stay right there and shit. You kept going and shit like that. And that's what I want to talk about and shit like that. So that did that motivate you to go even harder and take this shit to the next level? Because we had 2021. We see how you carrying it and shit like that, man. I'm just.
No facts.
Mm-hmm.
That shit made me. It didn't make me bitter. It made me bolder. Cause it's like if I got a nigga that I know in my mind at the time I felt as though could rap better than me and was bigger than me. If he
Mm-hmm.
felt as though he had to do that, then that just let me know I'm going in the right direction. You feel me? So it was
Right.
just like, all right, now you gotta turn up. Like you gotta really take this shit to the next level and make niggas respect you. Cause that's one thing coming from the streets is like everybody want to rap now. So it's like,
Yeah.
oh, this is just another nigga with bread, or this is just another nigga that was a gangster, and they
Yeah.
just want to rap now. So you gotta work twice as hard to make people take you more serious than
Real
the
shit.
average nigga that wake up one day and be like, I want to be a rapper, and nobody knew who they was. They got a clean slate. Everybody knew me. It worked in
Mm.
my favor in a lot of cases because I had access to niggas that a rapper that just started out wouldn't have access to. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
worked in my favor, but it kind of hurt me a little bit because it didn't make people take me as serious in the beginning.
For
Like
sure.
people
For
just
sure.
now starting to take me serious as a rapper probably in the last year, honestly.
I see. I see. I see. But you know what I mean? Your work ethic and shit like that. Like you said, like Jim Jones. That was a good comparison and shit like that. Cause like he a nigga that, you know what I mean? He went hard and shit like that behind the scenes, and you know what I mean? He came out with the hits and all that shit. So I see where you're going. But let me say this, man. You got better and better and shit like that, man. And you work with a lot of artists like PNB Rock, man. Listen, you got a good list, and you got joints like, you know what I mean, Ambition and shit. You know what I mean? You got a lot of good joints and shit like that. And we gonna talk about it and shit, but I want to say this to you and shit like that. We gonna get on it, y'all. I see the question box going off too, y'all. But look, Bang. So you an independent artist and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
independent.
Speak on being an independent artist. Speak on that.
It's just me, man. Like I have a few people in my corner that like they help me out. They consult. They give me
Mm-hmm.
pointers. They give me plugs. They give me advice. But it's just me. As far as like, I pay for all my own shit. I pay for all my own videos. I
Yeah.
help direct most of my videos. I help mix all my songs. Like I sit in on the process. Me and Ruggs sit in hours and hours, mix songs, master songs.
Mm.
I travel on my own.
I
Like
see.
I mean,
That's
at the
dope.
end of the day, I look at it like this, man. In real life, I ain't sitting around waiting for somebody to come feed
Right.
me or make sure I got a car or make sure I got a place to stay. So I can't do that with my music. You feel me? All
Real
I can
shit.
do is work and hope that if people see me working and they can help me, they will. And if not, I
Right.
just gotta keep working.
Real shit, man. And like, bro, you got this thing down pat. Like, you know what I mean? Even the quality of your music and shit, the quality of your videos and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't halfway do this shit, man. You know what I mean?
No,
You know what I mean? I want to salute you for, you know, I want to salute you for that, man, shit like that. Cause you see rappers halfway do this shit. The quality of music and shit like that, the sound, and you know, even the videos and shit like that, the crisp, you know what I mean? All that shit matters and shit like that in this game and shit like that, man. And you got the knowledge too, man. You know what you're doing, you know what you want, you know what I mean? Your shit is in order and shit like that. And you know what I mean? It's only up for here. It's only up from here and shit like that. But speak on the rappers that you did collab with and shit like that and shit like what rappers name the rappers that you collab with and shit like that you work.
I mean, I
Mhm.
work with PNB Rock. I work with Lee Mason,
Mhm.
Gilly,
Mhm.
um, Gilly. Who else? Quilly.
Mhm.
Um, Me and Kobe from Southwest got some shit together. Rico Havoc, Leaf
Mhm.
Ward,
Mhm.
um, Reef Royals,
Oh.
Olam.
Mhm.
Me and MI got some shit. Ready Rock.
Mhm.
Um, who else? I mean, I don't work with damn near everybody, but I ain't gonna lie to you. Me and who else? I'm trying to think. Me and I said Reef Royals.
Yeah, Reef
Yeah,
Warriors. That's some good.
yeah,
That's some dope collabs, man. Uh,
yeah, man. I've been
man.
working, bro. Over the
I want you
years,
to
I've
speak
been
on your
working.
in the projects you came out your EP. You got some like you got the
No,
work and
I've
shit
been
like that.
grinding for a minute, bro. My mixtape right now is No Regrets 5. I got 4 of them. I got
mm.
one foot in, one foot out, 1 and 2. I got
Mm.
an EP called Regretful. I got Project Stories 1 and 2.
Mm.
Uh, I got hella songs on my SoundCloud, hella videos on my YouTube page. I got a lot of videos on Dev Cameras on his YouTube channel before
That's
I
dope.
made my own YouTube channel. I've been grinding for a minute, bro. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie to you.
for
For the
sure.
last, I'm gonna say for the last 2 years is where I've been really honing in on the business side and just having some structure to what I'm trying to do and not just going in the studio, recording songs and dropping videos. I've been really
For sure.
working. Like my next project, I got Benji from Benji 5600 on there. I
Mm.
got Kobe from Southwest on there. I got IDK Mayor on there. I got
Okay.
ESTG on there. Yo Gotti, new
Mm.
artist.
That's dope.
Yeah, me and Black Poppy got some shit on there.
Mm.
I just been working, man. Me and Sean Sloan got some shit that's about to drop probably after this project.
Mm.
Um, I just been working, man. My
That's
man
dope.
Wiley, he got an artist named Lil Case,
Mm.
little white kid from Killington. He fire.
Yeah.
Me and him just cooked up some shit. I just been working, man. I just been working. Me and Dougie just cooked up some shit in Atlanta. Me, him, and City Room and Nucky.
Dang.
Me and City on my second single on my project.
That's dope, man. Who would you love to who would you love to work with, man? Who would you who I mean name an artist. It could be any artist and shit. Who you wanna work with? Like who you wanna create a banger with?
Uh,
It's just like if
I,
you could pick anybody.
honestly, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I want to just get in the studio and just see what Drake process is. Like I just want to see like
Mm.
how do he catch a vibe? Like how do he work? Like is it quiet? Cause me personally, I like to go to the studio like where it's just me, a
Yeah.
producer, and a cameraman, and I can
Mm.
have nobody else in the studio. But I can also go to the studio when it's lit, and I can
Mm.
block out all the lit shit and still work. You feel me?
Right.
But
Right.
so I, excuse me, I just want to see like what his process is. And I would just love to do a song with that nigga. But Jimmy, of course, though, Jim Jones for sure. Like
And
that's
that's
like the first.
possible.
Like as soon as I get in the industry, like I'm reaching out to him, like let's
Mm.
do some shit. Like he gonna be on my first album for sure.
That's what's up, man. You know what I mean? We recently I saw you on Clubhouse and shit like that. You had a lot of questions and shit like that. You know what I mean? I'm glad you asked the question that you asked and shit. It was a debate discussion and shit that you know what I mean. I say a lot of people that from Philadelphia was in that chat and shit like that. And you know, Meek was real frustrated at the time and shit like that. But you was on stage and you was asking a lot of shit like that. Speak on the state that Philadelphia in right now and shit like that, and speak on even that night and shit when you was on Clubhouse and shit. How you felt about that whole situation? How you felt about the conversation that was held and shit like that?
Right now, honestly, I feel like we Philly right now in the best shape like that it's been in a long time. Just
Mhm.
like off talent, exposure, and just like besides like because people keep confusing like the streets and music. The streets gonna always be the streets.
Talk
Philly
about it.
music scene is lit right now. We got the
Mhm.
eyes on us right now. Niggas is working. Niggas is honing in on their craft. Niggas is taking it serious, and that's
Yeah.
why I like. You feel me? You seeing a lot more rappers get merch. I'm just
Yeah.
getting. I have had merch before, but I'm just getting back into merch and having my
Mm.
YouTube channel set up and having banners and just having some structure. And I'm seeing a lot of the younger artists starting to come with that off the rip. It took me a few
Right.
years to learn that. You feel me? So I feel
Yeah.
like this shit lit. Once we can get past Philly artists leaving Philly, because that's what I learned. We all
Mhm.
Philly, everybody is in the streets. You feel me? Your
Right.
cameraman might be in the streets. Your producer might be
Yeah.
in the streets. The rappers, it's not just the rappers. You feel me? So what I
Right.
learned is when you start traveling and you link
Mm.
with, it's easier to link with niggas from your city because you're in neutral territory. You feel me? So
Right.
when I'm in Atlanta, when I'm in LA, and it's niggas from Philly, I link with them all the time, you feel me? And it's easier like that. So I encourage all the artists to always just go because you
Right.
never know who from your city or not from your city that you might run into and can work with or bust moves, you feel me?
Real shit,
But
man.
speaking on the clubhouse shit, I feel
Yeah.
like it was a conversation that like, it had its down points and it has up points. But me personally, I left with a lot of plugs.
Yeah.
I was given a platform where I could showcase my songs, my new unreleased songs, and just
Right.
articulate me and how I felt about the city. So for me,
Yeah.
it was an all around plus. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
felt like people got to see, voice some of their frustrations, even if it wasn't everything. You feel me?
Right.
We got to
Right.
some key points that people wasn't able to get to before that night. You feel me?
Yeah. You definitely was outspoken and shit, man. You was asking the right questions too, man, and shit like that, man. I was glad somebody stood up and asked certain shit, man. Man, you know what I mean? Your head in the right place and shit, man. I hope you and Quill work out your differences and shit like that. Like you said, man, that's your childhood friend. I would love to see y'all to collab and work together and shit. But keep going, keep pushing, bro. You right there, bro. You right there, man. And like you got a good head on your shoulders and shit. You've been through some shit, man. It's only up from here, man. It's time to win. It's time to really unite and shit. Do you see that possible? The city unite and get everybody working together and shit like that, putting their differences aside. You see that happening?
Yeah, because niggas starting to realize too the business side of it. You feel me?
Mm,
You don't
mm,
always gotta deal with people on a personal level, but in business you gonna have to deal with them on some form of fashion. You feel me? And
right.
a lot of niggas starting to see that you can't let the pride fuck up your bag. And if
Mm,
you got some real deal serious shit going on behind some shit that's causing you not to fuck with certain niggas, that's cool. But petty
right.
shit or petty little disagreements, don't let that shit stop you from getting your bag. You're gonna be sick. Because
Right.
just because you ahead of a nigga right now So man, you gonna be ahead of them 3, 6, 9 months next year. So
Real
be
shit.
mindful of that. You feel me?
Real shit.
Treat
Real
everybody
shit.
with respect, even if you don't fuck with them, even if you don't like how they move, because this shit is a use type of industry. You feel me? You gotta be
Real shit.
useful to get used. You feel me? If
Mm.
nobody trying to use you, then that means you ain't doing something right.
Real shit.
And
Real
don't
shit,
try to
bro.
use up the next person and then just kick them to the curb, because niggas come up all the time. You feel me?
Mm. Mm.
So
Real
I just
shit,
try to
man.
be mindful of that, man. And I'm just grinding, man. Head down, I'm just grinding. I'm in the studio. I'm recording. I'm building my own studio so I can save some bread. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to
Yeah.
take this shit to the next level, man. It's
That's
real
what's up,
shit.
man. That's up, bro. You see these comments, they going all the city definitely behind you and shit like that, man. You dropping some Jews tonight, man. Shit
Yeah,
like
I
that.
can't even. The crazy part is I can't even see the comments.
You can? Oh man, I don't pay no mind, and I do. You know what I mean? At the same time, I don't and I do and shit like that, man. But I love to have the people who are part of my interviews and shit like that. I want to say this too, man. You've been around some time. People people think like, oh, he just popped on it. No, you've been around and shit like that. But what is some advice
No,
you can give
yeah,
to these young up and coming artists? If you can give some advice to them and shit, some views right now and shit, what would
you
you
gotta
what would you
grind. You
mm-hmm,
gotta be willing to work, man. I treat this shit like how I treat everything else, and y'all know what I mean when I say everything else. You gotta
mm-hmm,
apply yourself. Your
mm-hmm,
destiny is in your own hands, bro. As much as
mm-hmm,
people say, "Oh, this person not helping me, that person not helping me," if you working and you working and you working, that shit gonna come. Some
mm-hmm.
type of progress is gonna come. Slow progress is better than no progress. I was
Oh
working,
shit.
working, working, and then that Clubhouse that night, I was given an opportunity on Clubhouse, and that shit sparked, just like that.
Wow.
You feel
Wow.
me? Just like that,
Real shit.
I was on the phone with 5, 6 different A&Rs. I was
Yeah.
getting plugs with this playlisting person. I was getting plugs with this graphic designer. I was getting plugs. So you
Yeah.
gotta just work. And for
Yeah.
two, you gotta be willing to invest in yourself, man. And if you ask
That's a
anybody,
big thing right
I done
there.
went broke for this
Mm,
shit 10 times, 20 times, 30 times over. You feel me? I never
real shit.
mind spending the money on this shit because I know I can
Mm,
spend $200 on this studio session, my last $200 and make $1 million song. I could spend
mm,
my last $1,000 on this video and this shit could go viral. I could spend
mm,
my last $300 on this beat and this could be the beat that changed my life. You gotta be willing.
real shit.
If you always waiting on somebody to help you or invest in you, you're gonna be always slowing up your own career, your own destiny. You feel me?
Wow.
So you
Real
gotta be
shit.
willing to sacrifice yourself. If I go broke today or tomorrow and this shit don't work, and I know I gave myself every possible chance to win, then I'm not mad. I can go on and move on in life with no regrets. But if I sit
Mm,
back and be like, damn, if I would've did X, Y, and Z, or if I would've did this, or if I would've did that, then I
mm,
probably would've made it. Then now you sitting
mm,
back with regrets. Like right
real
now,
shit.
everybody just starting to find out about ESTG. You feel me? I've been listening
Mm,
to him for the last 2 years. I've been listening to him for the
right.
last 2 years. I've been fucking
Mm,
had the verse from him for the last 6 months. I knew where he was going to
mm,
eventually get to when I first found him.
mm,
You feel me? And I'm happy that I
right.
had the mindset to invest in myself to get the verse.
So,
Now this nigga got a fucking top 20 album on Apple Music. Now
that's
and the
dope.
song that we got is crazy. You feel me? So now it's
Shit,
like, damn,
definitely
I
fly.
invested a couple grand in myself a couple months ago to whereas though I might got a $100,000 verse in the tuck right now.
Mm,
Feel me?
real shit. Real shit.
So you gotta
Real
be willing
shit,
to
man.
invest in yourself, man. You gotta be willing to take that risk. Like it might not always
Yeah.
be rare. You might have resources, but them resources might be in Alabama and you live in Chicago. You might gotta go to Alabama. You feel me? Because that's
Real shit.
might be where you gonna win at. And that's my mentality right now. Like I'm working on moving out of Philly, you feel me? I'm working on going to Atlanta because I've been going to Atlanta back and forth every week for the past 3 months. And it's like
Right.
them 3, 4 day spurts that I'm down there, I've been getting close to this person, that person, this producer. I've
Mm,
been recording at Sunny Digital Studio. Now Sunny Digital producer, like the way that I rap, he now I work with him. He
mm,
send me packs of beats. You feel me? So it's
right.
like just from being down there that little bit of times and just moving around, you can get a lot done. So imagine what I would get done if I was there full time. You feel me? That's how I'm looking
Right.
at it.
That's dope, man. You got it, man. You definitely laying down the foundation, man. You giving it to them, man. Man, shit like that. It's only up. The youngest gotta listen. They gotta take it in and they gotta apply it and shit like that, man. I'm happy for you,
Yeah.
man. And I just want you. Where you see yourself at in 5 years? Where you see yourself at and shit like that in 5 years and shit like that.
In 5 years, I see myself making a living off rap, bro. I ain't gonna
Mm-hmm.
lie, I never like I played sports. I was always good at school, shit like that. But
Mm-hmm.
I never really gave like my undivided attention but the streets, you feel me? So when I
Mm-hmm.
started doing this shit and I actually like it and fell in love with it and it made me respect certain things that I didn't respect before, you feel me? So
Right.
me personally, I would love to be super mega rich, don't get it fucked up. But if I
Mm-hmm.
can make a living off doing this shit, that's my main goal. In 5 years, I just want to be making a living off of doing music, traveling the world, reaching people because it's crazy when I get messages from niggas in Memphis like, yo, bro, I
Mm-hmm.
make a t-shirt. I got a t-shirt print company and I
Yeah.
be in my print shop for 8 to 10 hours a day just rocking to your shit. Like, nigga,
Mm.
I never been to Memphis, so for a nigga to tell me that, it's like, damn, bro. The same way
Right.
how I listen to music and that shit get me through shit. That's how I'm getting motherfuckers through shit. So I would love to go. When I go to concerts and like when I started getting my buzz up to where I was getting certain access at concerts, like
Yeah.
that 5 to 10 second window when you see an artist walk from behind the stage to the stage when they coming out to perform, like bro, that shit send chills. Like you
Real
feel
shit.
me?
You.
Cause like people really coming out and they like feeling this shit. They want to
Yeah.
experience this shit. Like what you
Yeah.
saying is driving some type of emotion that they not getting from somewhere else. And that shit is like, damn, bro, I could tell my story and get this type
Mm-hmm.
of reaction out of people. Like niggas care about how I grew up. Niggas care about how
Yeah.
what I've been through. Like, all right, like that's the type of
Yeah.
shit that motivates me. Like a
Real
nigga telling
shit.
me I'm his favorite rapper. Like, bro, like how the fuck am I your favorite rapper? Like, you feel me?
That's
Like
dope,
that shit
man.
is mind boggling. Like
That
that
shit
shit'll
crazy.
drive you. Like that shit'll have you
Yeah.
doing some shit. Like I can't give up. Like and then like
Right.
investing in yourself is what'll drive you when shit get going. Cause it's like
Mm.
it's plenty of times I wanted to quit, but I'm like, man, I'm too far invested in this shit to give up.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't give up.
Right.
I done put in too much time. I done put in too much money. I'd
Mm.
be a fool to give up. So that's what keep me going too. Like that's
Yeah.
why I encourage people to invest in themselves because if somebody else spending their money and doing all the work for you and all you doing is just showing up to the studio, some people might not respect it.
Mm. Real shit, man. Is you with Bando Records and shit? I know Garcia doing his thing. He got Ryder. I think he got Chain. He got a few dope artists, man. I want to say shout out to Garcia and shit. Garcia, you know what I mean? He got a few artists under his wing, but I see you screaming at it a lot and shit like that. You down with
No,
Bando
Bando Baby Records is Garcia shit.
Yeah.
Bando Bang is just
Bando
like a
Bang.
little
Oh, that's your shit. Okay.
yeah, Bando
Okay.
Bang is like
Oh,
an
I got you.
alien.
All right. All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
like it's like an
Okay.
aliens. Like I get it
Okay.
out the bando. You feel me?
All right. I'm glad you cleared that up because I'm looking like, oh, is he with Bando Right? Oh shit. But all right, bro.
Yeah,
Man,
no, that's gang though. Shout out to Ryder and Garcia and all them. I like what they got going on too, but it's just me right now, man. Hopefully the right situation comes, but we just grinding, man. I ain't
yeah,
gonna
for
lie, we
sure.
just grinding. I don't really try to get caught up on like who not helping, who helping. I used to,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. I feel as though every artist go through a period, a time when they feel like that, but you gotta go through it to grow through it, man.
Yeah, man.
You
Def-
can't get caught up on that because what I learned is timing. Like
mm.
timing is everything. Like it was times where I thought like certain people, I know this nigga, like damn, I know this person, I know that person. Why they ain't helping me? Why they ain't helping me? And then time will go by, and then they'll come up and they'll help me when
Yeah.
it was the right time. You feel me? When they
Real
felt
shit.
as though it was the right time, where they felt as though whatever help they was about to give me or opportunity they was bringing my way was going to be the best opportunity they could have brought. You feel me?
Real
So you
rap.
gotta just put trust in people and know that if you think somebody fuck with you, then you gotta hope that when that opportunity comes for them to throw a bone your way, it's gonna come. Cause
For sure.
everybody know when they can help somebody. So if they want to help you, they will. You can't
Real
make
rap.
nobody help you. No matter how close you think you are with them or how much you think they fuck with you.
Real
If they
shit,
want to
man.
help, they gonna help.
Real shit, man. I'm glad you're delivering this, man, because a lot of Philly artists, man, is stuck on that, man. What this person ain't coming back doing, what this person not doing for me and this. No, they see you work, they give you that extra push and shit like that. You know what I mean? Sometimes these niggas want to see you work and they want to see you putting the work in and shit. And they'll give you that push and shit. You know what I mean? You just gotta. Yeah, I'm glad you're giving it out to us and shit like that. Bang, man. Anything else you want to get to the people and shit like that? Anything else you want to clear up? Anything? Bro, I definitely was a vibe tonight and shit like that, man.
No, I appreciate this whole interview, man. Nice
Mhm.
positive vibes. I just want to wish everybody the best of luck, man, and just
Mhm.
work. Be mindful that just because somebody is lower than you today, don't mean they can't be in your shoes or pass you tomorrow. And
Right.
just be kind to people, man. Be courteous. Be respectful.
Real shit.
Don't always look at if they big or if they popping or not, because you might be missing a golden opportunity with finding a diamond in the rough, whether it be a producer, whether it be an artist, whether it just be a person in general. You feel me? It
Right.
might be somebody that don't do nothing, but they might be bringing energy that you won't have around you that you might need. You feel me?
Right.
So I just try to always be mindful and tell the younger artists or just niggas in general, you feel me? Just always be mindful of that, man. Opportunity come in all shapes, sizes, and form.
Mm. Real
So
shit.
don't never be too cool or too prideful to listen
Yeah.
to somebody or give somebody a chance, you feel me?
Real
Cause
shit, man.
I will want somebody, I want to be that help that I will want, you feel me? When I get in
Mhm.
them shoes. So I always offer any type of advice that I can, you feel me?
For
It's
sure.
free.
For sure, man. Dog, that man, for real, man. I love your growth, man. Shit like that, man. I love the growth, man. I love the elevation, cause that's what it's all about as we get older and shit like that, man. You know what I mean? You even got on me a few times and shit, like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
cause like I telling you, man, like it's all about growth. We can't go back to where we been. You feel me? I tell my little bros all the time, like they younger than
Mhm.
me. You feel me?
Right.
If I did what you did, you feel me? I'm supposed to
Mhm.
tell you my experiences and how I got through it. You feel me? If I
Right.
got through it, and I shouldn't be having the same mentality that I had when I was that age. That if I'm older, you feel me?
Mhm.
That means
Real
I didn't
shit.
learn my lesson. And that
Real
means that I
shit.
can't help you learn yours. You feel me? So
Right.
now we just all just running in circles. It's the blind leading the blind. Like
Yep.
sometimes you gotta man up. I tell niggas all the time, like, I don't wanna
Mhm.
seem like I'm preaching, but I'ma
No.
always be the one that speak up, even if I feel like you ain't gonna listen. At least I said I told you. You feel me?
Yep.
At least I spoke up. So my
Listen.
conscience is clear. You feel me? I don't wanna be I heard Nipsey tweet one time, he said, I showed my niggas how to fish. Some
Mm.
fish more than others. Some wanted to be fed. But at the
Right.
end of the day, I know that I never had nothing or had the game from my people. You feel me? And I
Mm.
took that and I really try to live by that. Like I can't make you want it. You feel me? Some niggas
Right.
gonna want it more. Some niggas you gonna show one time and they gonna get it right. Some niggas you might gotta show a few times. But
Yep.
at the end of the day, you can't want it for them. You feel me? All
Real
you can
shit.
do is show them the process, show them how to eat, and
Yep.
if they don't get it right, it's not your fault. It's not on you. You showed them the way. You feel me?
That's dope, man. Really. Yeah, y'all can send the questions, man, the question box and shit like that. We hope we don't have another death in Philly. I see a lot of comments saying uh I don't want to even speak on certain shit don't even be confirmed, so I don't even want to speak on that. Hopefully we don't got another death. Hopefully, you know, what I mean, another artist didn't lose their life and shit. But we ain't gonna even speak on that. But if you got any questions for Bang and shit right now, it's the opportunity to send your
Yeah,
question
you
in the
gonna have to
question
read
box.
them out because I can't see
Yeah,
them.
all right, I got you. The question box, all right. Before I get you off this joint. Oh, somebody said, "What is your relationship with Osama?" Come on, yo, no drama filled questions. Maybe I got some real questions
I
for this
don't have
man.
no
He giving it.
relation. I don't have no relationship with it.
Mm,
I mean, at the end of the day, it's like he be with Quill, so it's like, you feel me? I don't got no beef. It ain't no beef with them niggas. They just do them and I do me.
for sure, man. You doing your thing, man. Like I said, man. We already covered that, y'all. All these questions they want to know. Quill this, quill that, man. You already went through that and shit like that. It's all about. It's up from now. You doing this thing. You holding it down, Hang Street, whatever the case may be, for Philadelphia, man. You know what I mean? Keep doing your thing. Keep going, man. Tap in with us, man. Tap in with us more
No, I be
conversation.
tuned in, bro. I be tuned
Yeah.
in. I like how you say you transition. You see the bigger picture now. Like I
Right.
was telling you, you feel me?
Right.
This a big platform. Won't have no platforms in Philly, and you building it up.
For
Build
sure.
it on principle and morals. You feel me?
For
So it
sure.
stands for saying you don't want people throwing rocks at a glass house. You feel me?
For sure. For sure, man. Who you think up next with these young? Give me five before we get out of here. Give me 5 of these young up